Hi everyone, this is Allison Ray, and this is a video tour of the inside of Pace and Pattern 2020 planner. So it's a linen blue cloth cover with a seafoam green stamp. It's 9.5 inches wide by 9.5 inches tall. We've got a satin ribbon. It's about an inch thick. Here we go. The inside is a kiwi green end page just for fun. And then this year, like every year, we've made sure that the paper was thick enough to be able to write in with a felt tip pen without it having any bleeding or showing through. So the first 20 pages talk about the Pace and Pattern method. So it's all about helping you set sustainable goals, helping you focus on what matters most and use your resources of time and energy in a way that is gonna matter. It's not about efficiency or cramming more on your to-do list. It's about doing what you really care about and kind of going against that cultural current of being stressed out and busy. So I beg you, please read these first 20 pages if you buy the planner. It'll help you out with understanding kind of our heart behind the design, and it'll help you use it well. So the year starts with an initial reflection to get you started. And then you set your vision and your intents. So your intents are these 5 little statements that will guide the way you use, the way you plan your weeks and your months to come, and even your days. And then we have a 2020 year at a glance. This is where you kind of take a bird's eye view and write down all the things that are happening, like trips and birthdays, all that kind of stuff. Then every quarter, so every 3 months, you're going to go through this process of brainstorming and choosing one habit, one rhythm, and one project to focus on. So these will be your 3 goals. If nothing else happens, then these are the things you want to see happen. So this is where you brainstorm all the possibilities, but don't worry, you won't be doing all of this. You'll just pick one of each. So habit, rhythm, project. The habit I wrote down was plan my day, because I think that's a really important good place to start if you're new to Pace and Pattern, because it'll get you actually using your planner, and it'll make all your other goals that follow easier to accomplish if you can nail this one down. Here's your long range habit tracker. We'll come back to that. So project planning, this is where you take a big overwhelming project and you break it down into 3 sections, and then you break those down into even smaller chunks. You eat the elephant one bite at a time, and you put all those steps onto your timeline so you can make it happen in the time frame that you want to see it happen in. And then we've got rhythm integration. So this is where you choose something. It's different than a habit in that it happens less often, and it's usually a little more complicated. Something like a date night or yoga class, things like that. Oh, and then we've got brainstorming space, because I think it's important to have space to write down your thoughts and ideas as you go. Here's a place where you can design your dream ordinary, so you can make a week feel the way you want it to feel and kind of test drive out your goals, make sure they work. You can choose elements to include, elements to say no to. Here's your month spread. It's kind of a classic calendar spread, and this is where you will plan based on those 5 main intents. So you'll write to-dos based on those 5 sections, 5 statements I mean. And then during your week spread, you zoom in a little bit closer on those to-dos. And then our days are broken down by morning, afternoon, and evening. It's kind of general, so you can make it adaptable and work for your life. I know that I don't wake up at the same time every day, but I like to know what's generally happening in the mornings. And then down here is where you plug in all your to-dos for the day. Here is our habit tracker. So remember that long range tracker I told you about? At the end of this week, you would flip back and you would say, okay, well, I did my habit 4 times, and that's how you'll track if you're getting close to your goal. So I wrote down, if I do my habit 40 times, then I'll buy myself some new pens as a reward to keep me motivated. So that's the week spread. And then at the end of the month, there is some space to brainstorm and to reflect back on what happened. This is where you can kind of celebrate, and I don't know, I also think it's just a fun journal to look back on, see what was happening, and yeah, kind of keep track of things. And this is where you brainstorm for the next month. So this whole process repeats every quarter. So you have 4 opportunities in the year to kind of get that New Year's Day feeling, kind of a fresh start. And that's where you pick another habit, rhythm, and project. So we really think it's important to focus on just 3 things and do those really, really well. But if you happen to be an overachiever and you want some extra pages, we also included a couple extra habit, rhythm, and project pages in the back, just as bonus. I think there's 2 habit pages, 2 rhythm pages, and 4 project pages. So those are back there if you need them. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great 2020.